You and your colleague, State Senator April Baskin, sent a letter to the state DOT questioning this design, which I know dates back, like a decade now, but I was so shocked to learn that every single day we're seeing people accidentally go into the customs area. And when there is this sort of immigration crackdown happening, that can have very serious consequences. What have you learned about the design and potential changes?
Yeah, I tend to think, well, first, we reached out to the Peace Bridge Authority, and, it's to what wasn't really much of a surprise. They sort of passed the buck onto state DOT and the city of Buffalo. And I think at the end of the day, there's a very expensive solution to this problem, and there's a very cheap solution to this problem. I think that that the Peace Bridge Authority should create a policy and appropriate procedures to make it so that if a person accidentally makes that turn, thinking that perhaps they're going onto the 190 North or perhaps going around Porter around the roundabout, and instead accidentally cross over into the plaza, that we should afford them the ability to somehow, exit out of the plaza without having to go through all the rigmarole, and truthfully, without congesting more of the problem and creating bottlenecks. Right on the corner or right at the intersection between Vermont and Busty, there's a gate that the Peace Bridge Authority can open and close. And I think if the numbers are true that this is, 20 cars a day, more or less, according to the New York Times article, that we should be able to help folks out. I mean, I'm sure it's affecting people that are visiting the Peace Bridge for the very first time, but it's definitely still affecting people that have been in Western New York for decades. I've had family members, constituents call my office and regale me with the same sort of stories, that they've made the wrong turn and ended up in Canada and really weren't prepared, didn't have their passport on them. And, you can see where it just adds to the congestion. And like I said, there's a $1 million solution to this, and there's a $10 solution to this. And I'm hopeful that they can come up with a process to allow people to leave the plaza by opening their gate in extenuating circumstances.
So you started these conversations. What is the next step? What can you and other state lawmakers do in terms of if you don't see progress in the near future on this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it begins with state DOT, and then it really goes to the governor. I mean, there are appointments that the governor, the attorney general, and other entities that are New York State connected appoint to the Peace Bridge Authority, and I'm hopeful that they are advocates of what's happening on the Buffalo side of the border. I think for years the Peace Bridge Authority has been, really run by the Canadian side, and it's left us with a sort of a lackluster plaza and these sort of lingering issues. And as you said, this is 10 years ago that this was built, and if this is still happening, it means that we got to find a solution.
We will stay on top of it, as we know you will as well. State Assemblyman Jon Rivera, thanks so much for your time, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you.